that is my quick intro. Travis, you have an announcement.
Oh, yeah. The Legend of Vox Machina is back, baby! It's out right now. You can watch all 12 episodes.
No, what are you doing? My heart jumped into my throat.
I'm going to kill us all in this fucking beta. No, it's amazing. Season 3 premieres October 3rd. This fall on Prime Video, you can check out a little sneak peek of our new opening titles. Did I get you too?
Yeah, for a second I was like, wait, what?
Ashley Johnson. We got new opening titles. They're out there on the internet. Check them out. It's on our Instagram.
Ashley.
Oh my gosh! I have an announcement to make.
Yeah,
Okay, so we are thrilled that for Pride Month, we are donating. Sorry. We are donating. I'm just really excited.
He's a professional.
Horrible kind of briny breath of Mortemer Croatona finds its way warmly across your faces as he skulks low and nearby, squatting his massive toad form. Hey. Immediately ignores you. So who sent ya?
What?
Who sent you to come and try and kill us?
Oh, nobody.
Nobody.
We didn't do that.
Why'd you come here? You don't just stumble through the sewers and bust open a wall and attack me and my family for no reason. Why?
Ooh. Well, here's the thing. We were walking through the sewer, and then we saw this door, right? And we were like, oh, that seems really interesting. We should check it out. And then we went into it, and that's where you were. And then you attacked us, and we just didn't even know what was happening, and that's why we tried to run away.
And he just kind of glares at you, inspecting your form. His large hand, without even stirring away, reaches over and palms Bunny's head.
Ooh. Just as, Good Samaritans doing a Good Samaritan thing.
Good Samaritans. That's what you are. Just wandering in and stabbing and lighting us on fire to be good Samaritans.
Well, no, I do really feel like, that was self-defense. You gotta, you are a big, strong mister. I'm sure you know things.
I was minding my business!
Yeah, we were too, taking a nice casual stroll in the sewers.
Yeah, we didn't even mean to find you.
Cut the bullshit. And let's be a little honest here, huh?
Sure.
Why did you come here? Where is my amulet?
Look, I really don't know what you're talking about with that part of it. But okay, so I was joking earlier. We were looking for you.
Oh, see, now we're getting somewhere. Now, and he's just kind of scoots real close to you, still palming Bunny's head, and his hand is large enough, the fingers wrap around it and touch the back of, curling past the other side of his palm.
She has a show later on tonight, so maybe just try not to mess up her hair too much.
True, curtain calls in an hour.
Answer the question.
Yes, so we were looking for you because of this seep stuff.
What the fuck is seep?
Seep is, I'm not exactly sure. It's oozy and maybe black, and sometimes it's kind of gooey.
It's that stuff at the bottom of the canyon that's making things all weird.
He kind of releases his grip on you for a second. Oh. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, we're just doing our due diligence. You weren't supposed to kind of get caught in the crossfires here. We were just trying to figure out some stuffs about the seeps. Crossfire? You get caught up in that.
So you're looking for the seep, whatever's in the down ravine mines. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Since you're both, this is your last night here on the world, why why don't we trade? Why don't we have a little conversation here? How about that? All right?
I like trades.
All right? You give me a little bit of information,
Okay.
then I'll tell you what you're looking for.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask you another question.
So it's kind of like truth or dare?
Sure, we'll call it that.
Okay.
Truth and die.
So high stakes, I love it.
I just don't know if I'm gonna be very good at this. Because I don't really know what we're doing, other than there's like seep.
Wait, you've never played truth or die?
Ooh.
Where's my amulet?
Yeah, that question, right. I don't know. Next.
It's true.
Oh!
Your
Do we have
friend
to-
ran in, took it, and disappeared. Where is he? Where can I find him?
I don't know, because we're here.
With you. This feels like a very self-explanatory situation.
didn't
How are
see
we
where we
supposed
went.
to know? I don't have, GPS or something connected to wherever your necklace is.
All right. She got nothing to offer me. That means you have no use to
No.
me.
Look, she's really sexy.
It's true.
I like how you guys have decided to be tied by your wrists in the front, and you're tied by your wrists in the back.
I look like crispy, so it makes it. I was just,
Can I, GM,
Yeah.
this whole time be kind of trying to pull my arms out of their bindings, and can I utilize Shibari Expert to help with that?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'd say you can make. This would be an agility. So go ahead and make an agility roll for me if you could. But you can add, if you want to spend a hope, you can add your Shibari Expert experience to that.
30 with fear.
30 with fear.
Yes.
I love that you have these now. It's so cool.
Elise built me these in a day.
So cool.
Shout out to you, Elise. You, as you are, explain how you're distracting him if you don't mind.
So now that you asked us a question, do we get to ask you a question? Because I have so many. Like, your game upstairs? The one where you roll the dice with this. Is there any way?
We don't get to trade questions until you answer mine.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Because I have so. Okay, yeah. You go first.
Can I just kill them? As this is happening, you pull your wrists out and manage to slightly loosen around your ankles. So you're still holding it, but you are free of your bindings.
Great. I'm still pretending like I'm bound.
Okay. Looks back.
I'm sorry.
Your little monkey friend.
Yes.
Where's he staying?
I don't
Where's
know.
he sleeping?
I don't know.
If you don't give me an answer, I have nothing to give you, and I'll just kill you right now.
Well, look, mister, we were supposed to be at the curtain call at the Lily Locket Lounge in an hour, so if you let us go, he was probably going to help us in the show. He was at least going to watch, but I was going to offer him to see if he wanted to play the tambourine or something.
Okay, so you'll have him at the Lily Locket now. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough for me. Your question? About the sea business?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? See, me and my sisters, we were approached by this weird, eccentric, wealthy baron out of Champion's Crown. This fellow wanted to help us for a trade. He offered to help us expand our mining influence in the town if we helped him deliver a weird stone-like package to the Emerald Sky.
Oh.
Now, we asked him why he wouldn't do it himself, but he said he wasn't welcome in such natural spaces. Kind of creepy, kind of... I don't give a shit, to be honest.
He wasn't welcome in what kind of spaces?
Natural spaces.
Ooh.
Isn't every space a natural space? I don't fully...
I don't fucking care.
All right, keep talking.
No, I wasn't interested in this whole business until you showed me that necklace, the one that your friend took. There was something enticing about it, and I really wanted it. It was a beautiful gemstone. He said to give it to me as part of the deal, and he did. So we came to an agreement, so long as he showed us how he'd help our operations, that we'd go ahead and see that this thing was delivered into the Emerald Sky for whatever purpose he had for it.
It was destroying the entire ecosystem.
I don't care. But he showed us this strange little black purple gem, kind of a rough cut thing. And he said, be patient. About a week later, the entirety of the Gulch Bottom mine had been shut down entirely. The most powerful and largest competitor of the red crystal mining here in the city, out of business. And it's been booming ever since. So he was good on his word, so we had to be good on ours. We found a schmuck who didn't have anything to lose. Dyson. Made him go off and do this for us. And it seems he told on us, so we'll make sure he's taken care of too. But I think that answers your question. I have one last question. Sure. What are your last words?
Wait, why?
And you see him as he's like reaching back for this nasty, gnarled-looking, jagged mace. And you see Gemma in the back is like, and all the people are starting to come inward, and more folks are starting to appear from the steps down.
I want to cast Dark Cloud.
At this moment, you begin to try and move your fingers. They're still bound in the chair, and it's tough. And the spell begins to curl around your hands. You could feel the energy going, but you're unable to completely coalesce it. And as your body moves, as he was staring kind of over to the side, grabbing the mace, he sees you wiggling, and the magic begin to apparate. The black cloud beginning to in the space. Oh no, you don't! Wham! And he hits you across the head with the mace. Immediately, blood spatters across the stone next to it. You take.
Nice to me.
Fuck.
He doesn't give a shit. Yeah. That's going to be 16 points of physical damage.
Oh, no, the toadstool!
Oh no!
See, now I get to have fun. And he's going to lift up the mace again.
I'm gonna after he hits, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, that's my cue," and release myself of the binds.
Okay.
And then can I take the rope and like wrap it around, whip it around his hand, since I am technically also a whip expert, to try and disarm him.
So you get a hope from that, and you wrap the whip around his hands as he pulls him upward and gets kind of caught backwards. He tries to tear free, and as you withdraw the whip, you pull the mace out of his hands, and it hits the ground and scrapes to the floor next to you.
It's kinky. Whip my fan attack.
Okay, go for it.
That's a crit.
That's a crit. Okay.
That's a crit. Wait, what happens? I do max damage? What happens?
I know it's been a minute. So you do max damage and then roll your damage dice on top of it.
So that's 3d8 with my proficiency. So that's 24. Plus a roll of another 3d8. Yeah. Wow. 39 points of damage.
39 points of damage. That's well over severe. Dang. So he takes 3 hit points marked as you pull the mace from his hands, turn around, and then whip him. So it carves across the side of his head, and he falls to his knees. That kind of snap as he kind of puts his whole weight on them at the wrong direction. He yells out, hitting the ground, looks back at you. You can see one of his eyes is completely cut through, and there's just blood streaking down his face. His massive rivet mouth is open. Kill him! And she's still bound.
Can I shadow bind him now that he's on his knees?
So you take a hope. He falls onto the ground after being smashed in the face by Bunny's fans. As he's yelling at her and shouts, "Kill them!" You still manage to now bring your hand to the side a little bit and finish the incantation. The shadow that fills most of this chamber, the shadow that he's casting on the wall, suddenly spreads out and digs into the rock like a tree taking root in a matter of seconds. And he not again! And he's just kind of watching his eyes shut right now.
Not again?
No, it's so annoying. I kept doing that to him.
Oh, that's right, you
Gemma
did.
on the back is you managed to rip out of your bindings, and both of you are now unbound from the chair. However, it's now my go. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 of these action tokens to get a fear. And then Mortemer, angrily in his space, because he's a big guy and he's still close to both of you, is going to go ahead and the mace is gone, but he still has his cane sword at his side. He's going to reach out and grab it and pull the head of the cane off and almost like a katana, samurai slash out, does an arc out towards you since you're the one who gashed him last time. Yeah, so 17 points of physical damage to both of you. So where you guys are, and you can see the rest of his thugs are like starting to rush up to try and get to you. What are you doing?
So you want to get the fuck out of Dodge?
Yeah, we should run away.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to grab Sweetpea and pull her in and be like, why are you hurting us? And I'm going to try and do recant on Mortemer. So he has to roll a reaction roll of 15. So he forgets the last minute of our conversation.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Dang.
I'm gonna be like, what? Don't hurt us. That's so mean. We were never here. Bam, and teleport us out.
Okay. Yeah. Like, of his one eye was like, who are we? What the fuck? Who are you? And right as he's like looking back at the thugs start to rush in, their weapons out, and you see Jim and be like, you okay? You okay, brother? Go ahead and roll to see if you can teleport. You can try and help if you can think of a way to help. You a spellcaster?
I'm a spellcaster.
Do you have any hope to spend?
I have so much hope to spend.
This is what it's there for.
I want to help her with a hope.
How do you help her?
Because I'm gonna use my copycat skill, and I'm gonna also just follow her lead and be like, why? We're just sweet.
I'm just a sweet little mushroom.
I was a sweet little mushroom.
I don't know if you can apply the copycat skill.
Shit.
If you're just spending a hope to help, she just gets the D6.
And I'm just gonna spend a hope
Yeah.
to help.
Bunny can kind of feel Sweetpea's magical essence, and it helps.
I'm gonna help use my shadowy abilities, and so like it'll
that we
bamf us
can
shadowy as we
shadowy
teleport.
bamf.
There we go. So you
That's
kind of
how-
call the shadows
Yeah,
in closer.
enhance.
Yeah.
The magical energy that you're used to calling from the shadows helps to aid this.
20,
That is
and I
success.
needed to roll a 16.
That is
so,
a
God
success.
with that.
Is it
With a hope.
With a hope.
With a hope. So you get a hope. Alrighty. So as you both clasp each other, whining towards Mortemer as he like just adjusts to the weirdness around him, reaches over and grabs for the mace that scrapes on the stone. The rest of the thugs rushing in. You both vanish from the space. Where are you teleporting?
I realized too, it has modifiers depending on how well I know the place.
Not too well. Can we teleport to outside of the grate?
You both apparate.
Still holding her.
That went so well.
I feel like they did so good.
The sewer lid pushes aside right as Xarlo's the first figure to step up.
Look at that.
Oh, the fucking lot of you, they're here, they're right in front of me.
Oh god, they found us already! Ready for an attack! We're going to...
No.
Shh.
No.
Yeah, we got
tied up.
It was very dramatic and kind of romantic in like a romance novel kind of way.
Bunny was moaning a lot.
Whoa.
Cool. And
Pungent alleyway that comes to an end with a few piles of garbage and what looks to be somebody who either passed out or hasn't woke up in a few days. But you pretty sure you feel under the radar and have some time to prep what you're prepping.
Okay, everybody gather around me in a circle. Are you touchable to me? Okay, now everybody lick my head.
What?
Lick the top of my head.
Lick the top
Lick
of your
the top
head?
of my head. It's how I cast my spells. Just lick the top.
my tongue out.
Just keep your tongue on there. And as your tongue, yeah, you have to touch.
All right. So we have to
Hold
go a
your-
circle around you,
That's what I said. Circle really
Like-
close.
like
Yeah.
flagpole,
Touch your
but-
nose.
Okay.
Yeah, just do it.
We
Just
have
do it.
to keep our tongues
Keep
on
your
your
tongues
head.
on.
This is gonna be.
And
This is gonna be clipped out so quick.
Put your fucking tongue on your head.
as everybody's licking my head,
Yeah.
they're slowly from their tongue down their body. Everybody's gonna start transforming, and they're gonna look not like themselves.
What do we look like? What do we look like?
Is there a certain type of people that is in Louisville the most?
Oh, you know what we're gonna look like? We're gonna look like a bunch of sexy ladies that work at
The Lily Locket Lounge?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, this will be even better for when you back me up at the show.
We're all sexy as fuck.
Alrighty.
This is wild, you guys.
Five sexy ladies licking a mushroom.
Because it's fun. Let's go around the table. Oppy, what does your sexy form look like?
Oh, wow. So, still blue.
Mm-hmm.
The color of my skin tone didn't change, but just the biggest titties you ever did see.
Yes.
And just perfect little like hourglass shape. And
You stand up and show.
yeah, I'm like my body. No.
Feel yourself, yeah.
No.
What is happening?
Like a leather bustier, long, like dark hair, still blue skin, yellow eyes,
Gorgeous.
so beautiful,
So hot.
and like little bloomers,
Great.
A little like ruffly one.
a little
Hell
ruffly
yeah.
ones,
Yes.
and then like thigh high boots.
All right. Xarlo.
Oh, I thought I was waiting for
It's me,
Travis.
isn't it?
No, I'm
Saving
holding
the
last.
best for last,
Yeah.
right?
I also get
you
to
got
be a
Xarlo.
sexy lady, though.
Yeah.
I know, I'll get to you.
Okay.
I'm a broad-shouldered dame, but I'm in a
Inspiration gets
zip up like skin tight black what's a pleather full body outfit, and I have black hair that's pulled up tight into a ponytail that's like springing over the top with very dark goth makeup.
Wow.
Very-
Dominatrix.
Perfect. All right, Xarlo.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm still a simia, but I'm a tall, lanky, I look more like a tamarin now, and they have like a big boof of orange fur, and I have a matching fur coat with feathers poking out on all sides, and there's very little under the coat.
Wonderful. Sweet Pea.
Oh, I also elongate, and my skin turns pink, and I turn into a fairy. I sprout wings, and I've got long, beautiful, like hot pink hair, and my whole outfit is like gemstones and like dangly, like shaky bits. Yeah.
Awesome. Sir Dante.
I'm honestly just have to be. I have to be classical. So I'm going for whatever the turtle version of. Thank you so much. You just made me completely lose my run on it. A turtle version of Dolly Parton in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Great.
Big blonde hair, just doing the whole thing, and then like a peach negligee that sort of, just sort of sits where it's supposed to, and then just like nice mid-calf boots.
Nice.
And some gloves.
Mid-cap.
Oh, mid-calf. Okay.
There's a guy standing on the side of the road. I like turtles.
And Bunny.
Oh, honey, I know.
So like we gotta. How long does this last?
An hour. But I can do it
That's gonna
again
put
and
us-
just keep it going.
No, this is great. It'll probably time out perfectly. So we have this like transformation moment that's gonna blow the crowd's mind. So with that in mind, I kind of want to have like a little like black flapper bob, like very like Catherine Zeta-Jones esque.
Nice.
And her fans turn into like the big like feathered showgirl fans, and then she's gonna be wearing like a slinky, kind of going with the flapper vibe, like a little fringe, like tiny micro dress. Like it's like she's wearing like a Bob Mackie. She's having her Mackie moment.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The fuck is a Bob Mackie?
Fashion.
People will know. People will know. And we'll do like black glittery.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an addendum. My new necklace looks amazing with my tits.
Great.
I'm supposed to walk in these.
They look so good, Oppy.
I don't even know how my feet are fitting in these.
Oh my god.
They're just like
You're holding on to the outside of them.
Walking on the shoes.
Yeah.
All right, work it, girls.
Can I look
Wait, you
around
can
and
cast
tear
it
it?
again?
Yeah.
Okay, so part of the show, one of the dance moves is we gotta lick your head.
Yeah, and then I just
You know, we all in.
Transform into something else.
You just need a few minutes of silence to focus. So just shut up in the middle of the act.
Well, the lights go down.
Just a couple minutes of quiet contemplation.
Just a few minutes of just licking my head.
Well,
You're avant-garde.
look, you know, we do need to find out some stuff about this wealthy barons. So, you know, maybe I can just take like Sweetpea and Kexon as my backup dancers, and then the rest of you can do crowd works.
That's great.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
I do too.
That's.
It doesn't have to be you, Kexon. It's really anyone who's feeling inspired.
Yeah,
think
but
it
I
has
feel
to
like,
be
look
Kexon,
how
really.
beautiful.
While Eden's doing her number, everybody's gotta lick me.
I did this intentionally. Don't think I don't know that. This is the most you. This is the most you bullshit I can imagine.
So all of you quietly gather around Sweetpea, and for
Beautiful women.
a few moments of
Leaning over
silence,
another beautiful woman.
all extend your tongues against the cap of the mushroom.
my disguised form also has a big hat on,
Okay.
so they can just lick my hat. You don't have
Licking tap of the
Yeah, a few moments into it, the door comes open. All right, you're on deck.
I need silence.
A few moments.
Stress.
So you mark a stress, and all of you reclaim your performance forms for those who need it, unless others are planning to take a different form.
Well, if it's going that direction, I'm ready for it.
How did I get here?
All right.
Well, Travis,
Could draw your map.
11 or 12 years ago,
Kexon.
I was supposed to be a bootmaker.
All right. We'll do a good job.
I feel like you got this. We gotta figure
got
out
this.
who this.
As you step out, you can already hear the music playing and this grinding sound, this like. As you four get to the side, you can see the audience is like they're kind of cheering and clapping, and Eden, this amazing Katari dancer's latest performance, is coming to a close. You see her wearing this like beautiful set of like leather and metallic armor on the shoulders, incredible kind of dark-looking makeup, and has a metal pair of underwear on, and has a mystical grinder, is just like shooting sparks off the front into the front row of the audience and showering everyone in the front with just an arc of glowing metal embers. Wow. And people are like, whoa, they're like catching him in the front row, and she's just laughing, going, Eden's a great warm-up. But it's definitely going for being the memorable show of the night. So it's already starting off strong. The stage manager, who's there off to the side, she looks over and goes, Bunnie, what's the name of your ensemble?
The Ménage à trois.
Good name. Goes over to the matron who's off to the side waiting, whispers in matron Boa Adra's ear. She nods. Oh, good name. As Eden finishes the performance, the grinder comes to a close. See the magical, like, spinning metal kind of rotary tool goes and flips and goes into the side pocket, almost like she's spinning a revolver into the side. Awesome. Gives a wink to the front row. Everyone erupts into applause and cheers as she kind of gives a bow and then walks off stage with a wink to the front. The matron Adra steps out. One final round of applause for Eden and her robust love of grinding. For our wondrous next act, we have a long-standing performer of our esteemed dancing populace, a majestic traveler who has only just recently returned, our second returning dancer from abroad. And at this point, you hear like a and you look off to the side, and you can see all the four of you can glance over, and in a big pink robe with a massive fluff boa around the edges, like a full-on like Dita Von Teese, long set robe. You see this like mature, gorgeous fawn with this like short blonde bob, these ears that kind of curl up high, these horns that kind of curl outward, and you see her holding like half of a cheese sandwich in one hand, and it's just like, hello, Bunny.
Oh my goodness, Mafauna! Oh my goodness! It's an honor to be in your presence. I hope you like what I have planned.
I look forward to all of you wowing me and my performers.
Uh-huh.
And she like walks off stage. Places.
Okay, so I line up and I bring out my, I'm gonna kind of, okay, so currently my fans are like big, fluffy, pink fans, like big, fluffy, pink ostrich feathers, and my Bob Mackie situation is also pink, and my like black hair bob, and then we're gonna do like, it's gonna be a thing. So I open the fans, and I like hit, a pose, and I have them lined up like perfectly hidden behind me.
Doing the pose exactly like you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right.
That's you too. Like her.
Yep.
Flair.
I was in my mind palace, seeing it.
The white lights kick on as the curtain swirls open and the music swells in immediately. What do you do, Bunny?
Yeah.
So you hear like a jazzy horn start to play, and it's like,
I do not have jazzy horn on my stream deck, so we're going to use our
That's okay.
imaginations here.
and it's like kind of this slow, sultry horn, and Bunny, you need a little bit of a tin, and then she peeks her face through the feathers, and then as she does like a jazz walk forward, you see the other performers. As you kind of got to do like left, then right, then left, then right.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And it starts off as this like little like sexy fan number, right? That's like very like showgirl,
Do
very
any of
like
us have
sultry.
fans too, or we're just like
Jazz hands?
You won't tell me.
If I may, after you kick things off, Xarlo, using the +4 strength and look mano hands, begins to almost somersault up a hanging silk in the middle of the stage, and is just hanging on by his tail to allow his thighs to swing around and take different poses and go upside down, so that you guys have more room down below to dance.
great.
As you climb up the silk, you glance up and see the rope is mostly frayed halfway and it's only hanging by 2 threads. What do you do?
Have I been sabotaged?
It's Mafauna!
Oh, jeez. What do I do?
As you're spinning legs out, Akimbo.
Is it the only
You feel the rope
rope,
go.
or are there other ropes?
There are 2 other silks that aren't descended. There's just essential silk at the moment. The others don't have a queue yet to descend, so they're like just out of the actual stage framing. But they're up.
All right. Well, it's going to go, so I'm going to swing forward and swing back and swing forward and hope it holds long enough, and then I will somersault off and try to land in the splits.
Make an agility check for me, please.
16 with fear.
16 with fear. All right.
And I'm very afraid.
You
and I immediately
pull back, and as you leap off, it detaches. But as you begin, the momentum you pulled puts you outward, and your tail catches the rope above, or the silk above you. As you dangle, the whole audience like gives a giant collective gasp, and then there's like some light clapping down below.
split open my thighs and then hold the dogs. You're all right. You're all right.
She's got puppies too.
Oh, these dogs.
All
So
right.
the silk fell onto the stage.
Into the middle, and there was like a gasp, but then everyone's like, "Oh, it's part of the show."
We both
Grab the
one
silk
side
and
of the
like
silk
run to the other and like do a flowy.
and are starting to do like a thing together with the.
Yeah.
All right. As you both go skittering off to the side, you realize too late that there is a small oil slick on the edge of the stage.
Guys, what the
Oh my god.
100% that bitch.
Yes.
oil slick?
A little bit of like,
Mario Kart shit.
yep.
600. Atari 2600.
Some sort of a viscous fluid that's clear is along the wood stage, and the light just catches it as you're like scooting towards it. Oh no! So I need you to make either an agility or a finesse.
Oh, that's a crit! Yes! Double nines, baby!
Hell yeah! So as it comes towards you, you describe how you avoid this like slippery part of the stage.
I don't avoid it. I go with it. Yes. And having watched the splits up above, I drop into a death drop and
So as you hit, you slide,
slide
and
in.
it sends you towards the front and the lip end of the stage, and you actually go off the front of the stage, but you're holding one end of the silk, which Sir Dante's holding the other, and what first is a scare of you about to slide off, instead you get spun around across and over the front row as Sir Dante just swings you. Yep. You're in the front row, all you see is just a collection of barely lit faces going, as you scoot by and then back onto the stage, you catch her and you both spin around and get back to your feet.
Oh, I really want to be at this burlesque show.
Seeing this, because I'm in tune with my performers, we're all on the same wavelength. Seeing this, as Sweet Pea flies out, I do like a big, flying jeté leap as I kind of like leap over the ribbon and Sweet Pea, and then like land on the other side, working in sync with everybody.
Fantastic. Go ahead and make an agility roll for me.
All right, I can do that. This is great.
You got it.
I got this.
Furious donut drop.
Oh.
Danger.
It's a trap.
Why come?
To close range across gaps or chasms without making an agility roll?
Yeah. What's your personal?
I'm now attempting to take the silk and use it as sort of, since you've finished up your flare move, I'm then pulling it in, and are you
spin out.
you're spinning out through it, and then I'm doing just some wonderful ribbon work with it and just moving and sort of accentuating everything that Bunny's doing in the back, just moving it like a wonderful.
Putting it like between your legs.
Yeah, occasionally wrapping it for
Yeah, the flossing.
little floss.
Okay. I'll say go ahead and make a presence roll for me.
I have a skill for this, but an experience for this, but it might be too much.
Flossing.
Which is Hottie and a Half Shell.
No, Hottie and a Half Shell would
Right,
definitely
Hottie and a Half
contribute to
Shell.
this.
Right.
Yeah. This
not
is
the
what
point.
this is what you're made for, bro.
So true. 25 with fear.
25 with fear. Okay. So you managed to pull off this fantastic display with the silk, almost like wrapping it around you like a boa constrictor. It almost seems to have a flair of its own. And as you tether it around each of your friends on stage with you, it almost seems to work like a needle and thread, kind of tying all of their individual little perfunctory performances into one solid, odd, but enticing piece. As you come around the other side and as your dance begins to come to a crescendo, you hear this like dozen, maybe hundreds of tiny little clacks. And this like same buzzing sound as you're all maneuvering, and you see a whole cluster of ball bearings just pour onto stage from underneath the back curtain. I need all of you to make a group action agility roll to avoid this. So who wants to be the leader of this action?
Is there any kind of shadow on stage?
Any kind of shadow?
Uh-huh.
I mean, just the shadows you cast, but the bright light's on you. Primarily, outside of anything that you cast, there's nothing behind you, nothing around you. But there are shadows.
There are shadows.
And technically, a bunch of really tiny ones.
Is it possible to, as I see that start to happen, to like spin around and like hit the shadow of Bunny and disappear into the shadow?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to integrate it into the show. I'll
disappear into Bunny's shadow, and then I'm gonna reappear under a table in front of the stage.
Okay. So you go behind her right as all these ball bearings scoot out, roll behind, and then just disappear from view. It's almost like you just wiped camera and then vanished. And I was like, oh, then you kind of pull out. There's no table, but there are the long benches, and you kind of appear underneath one of the front row long benches, and the people sitting there go, whoa!
I get up and stand on the bench and like make a show in case anybody trips and falls. I'll try to distract.
You got it.
from
All right.
Simultaneously, Xarlo's tamarin form, which is upside down, it has been for most of this time, seems to almost plummet down the length of this silk, but then stops short, held by tail and legs, and I reach out my hands and I grab Bunny's hands and pull up with the tail just a few inches so that she can flex, floating in mid-air, holding her there, and we start to twirl, spin in a circle.
Great.
Great. So the only person who is left to make a roll is you.
I was going to say, unless, of course, you allow me to do a complex dance move where I go and backspin on my shell.
Your shell on ball bearings.
And let the ball bearings pass. And
I'll allow that be the flavor for the
flavor
agility
of
roll.
the
You have to
agility
avoid
roll.
it because this is from the fear that you roll.
Yes, of
so,
course.
Go ahead and roll, and if you succeed in this, then indeed you are able to do just that.
13 with hope.
13 with hope. You, so you do manage to slide on them with your shell. The momentum that you carry makes it challenging to control the direction you go once your shell hits the momentum. So you do full on, and you just go careening and spinning like kind of an arc around the stage. Roll a d20 for me. 8.
Oh no.
You go off stage beyond the curtain and out of view, and while you are all striking a finale pose as the music crescendos, you hear bang, bang, bang.
It's all fine.
It's all fine.
It's all fine.
The audience here, does the jazzy music cover it up?
Kind of.
I end with a big enrapture moment, and that's when you see the pink like slowly dissolve to black, to my black like leathery dominatrixy outfit as like a using enrapture and my magic to hopefully distract.
The audience has already been pretty enthralled by this.
Yeah.
I'd say you managed to keep a lot of them enraptured. What could have been a majestic ending is now a very good one. You mitigated some of it. But the audience still cheers, there still claps. The finale is glorious and well appreciated. Everyone starts, really getting into the energy and vibe of this. A number of people kind of give small standing ovations off to the side. Immediately the stagehands rush off and start setting up for the next performance as the curtains come to a close. The two of you. What have you been up to?
All right, I'm gonna grab a tray before leaving, before we left out of the backstage.
From all the drinks I paid for.
So I'm just gonna walk around and pretend I'm a waiter here at this fine establishment and try to just listen in.
I mean, listening in and keeping an eye out. Like, there's a lot of people that are dressed very well here. There could be a number of people that are maybe barons. You haven't really met any barons in your time. You don't really know what a baron would look like other than probably a rich person. And a few of these look like they're fairly wealthy and well-dressed. But based on what you had heard from Sweetpea and Bunnie earlier, the only conversation that really catches your attention, though it does indeed catch your attention, are a couple of individuals complaining about how the closure of the Gulch Bottom mine has stifled business frustratingly, and they can't seem to clear out the mine. What are you up to, Miss Kexon?
I'm not as subtle. I'm just. You said they're benches, right? It's not like individual chairs.
Correct. Like 2 to 3 people to a bench usually.
So I'm just picking a random bro and just walking through the row. Scuuuse. 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 Just trying to pick up conversation as I move, and then also going, Champion's Crown. Champion scroll! Just moving, like trying to be as much of an obstacle in the crowd as I can be as I walk.
Saying buzzwords. Saying who picks up
See
on
who
it.
like turns their head.
Listening around and saying what you're saying, you do catch up someone kind of muttering nearby as you bump into them. You're like, why is she talking about Champion's Crown? She obviously looks like she's not even from there.
Good. Yeah, that's what I need. That's exactly what I need. I start looking for Oppy. I'll try and find Oppy near the back.
Okay.
All right. Got anything?
No.
Oh, you're doing a whole voice.
Are you not doing a voice?
No, I was just doing this,
Oh, that
but you're
makes
really
sense.
committing to the bit.
No, I was.
I can do a voice as well.
Did you find out anything?
No. Well, yes, I did. Yes, I did. There were these gentlemen over here to the side. We're talking. I'm getting into like this Piggy. They were saying that it's really hard to work in the mines, that they can't go down there because, the seep.
Yeah, what was the name of the mine?
It was the gulch mine.
The Gulch Bottom mine?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That was the one. That was the one that we're talking about.
Tell the others.
Well, they're in the middle of a show.
Is it going on or is it finished?
This is happening while they're performing, and you're kind of wandering around listening.
How
to
good
side
are they?
conversation.
They are so good.
We're not watching you, Liar.
Excuse.
In listening back in to those individuals that were talking about the mine as the performance comes to a close, you also pick up one of them referring to, well, I'll check in with Foreman Clive. We'll see if the professor has what he needs and perhaps can notify us of how soon we can get back in there.
Foreman Clive.
Great.
And the professor.
Good deal.
Do you want to go sit with them and talk? Do a little flirting?
Is that their names?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's go over. Where are they? Point them out.
Follow me.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm doing the walk where, like, instead of like opposite arms with legs, it's like the same.
In the thigh boots.
It's so hard walking.
I've decided I also have a cat of 9 tails for no reason.
All right. Now that you approach them directly, as opposed to just overhearing, you can see one of them is a squat-looking dwarf gentleman with this massive handlebar mustache that curls almost back to his ears. His hair parted in the middle. It kind of looks like a more muscular Pringles guy.
Yes.
Sitting down with like his little button-up vest and overcoat with his chain on it. And to the right you see is this scrawny, older, elf humanoid with a bit of a razor thin gray goatee, almost like a John Waters just couldn't stop and went around the entire front. His hair is kind of coiffed back into like almost like a lazy Wolverine flare. It kind of like comes up on the sides. He's got small little spectacles at the end of his nose. And he's dressed in like a golden green suit. And they're both just kind of sitting next to each other.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, welcome.
Put two napkins down. What could I get you to drink?
Usually they come with drink, but the napkins is a lot of forethought. I appreciate that.
Yes, it's. Some people are messy, and you look like you would be messy.
Excuse.
That's bold. I don't get that very often. I appreciate that. I like a bold woman.
What would you like?
If the bold woman, I take the cat of 9 tails and I go. Excuse.
And if I might ask, darling, what's your name?
Ta-ta.
Tata.
Ta-ta.
Tata. Well, are you busy this evening?
Excuse.
right.
That could be arranged. If you know, if you would like to also have a private moment with Tata.
This is good news?
Scuuuse.
I don't recognize that accent. Where are you from, Tata?
Do you hit him again? Oh. He gives like an elbow nudge to his compatriot.
I don't normally come as feisty in the middle of a public space.
And his companion, the elf, is like,
this is making me a bit uncomfortable.
I panic grab one of the drinks. I just chug it. Scuuuse, and I leave to go refill the drink.
I'm Thomas, my compatriot.
Oh, I'm Urion, darling.
and the dwarf's meaty hand that's like barely fitting through his sleeve like grabs yours and pulls it in for a kiss.
Because the hand is just so
He was like-
wet and slimy.
Is Urio Mr. Prungle?
He pulls back and his mustache is like already immediately just like kind of frothy at the kiss.
That's from
Let
you.
me, I know. What, anyway. I will get back to you about, some alone time with Tata, and 2 whiskeys, correct?
Oh. Indeed, indubitably.
I will be back.
I apologize, my friend.
I don't want her to break an ankle on the ball bearings.
Oh, they've all been cleared by the stagehands between.
Oh, well then fuck it. She's on her own.
Okay. And as it's closed, the stagehands rush out. They clean everything. They bring out and wheel out this massive, like curved set of stairs that leads up like 15 feet. And there's a fountain thing that's set towards the base of it. That's like a pool of water that kind of sprays water out around it. As Mafauna steps out, takes off her robe, and is wearing this incredible leather bustier with like hooked horns that come up the front. She has this like long, tattered robe of like weird chiffon type material that kind of flows as she walks, as she gets behind the stage and prepared. You all get to watch from the side as the matron addresses. And please enjoy for the night back here after a long time abroad, and hopefully for a residency for some time to come. The world-renowned performer, Mafauna. As she steps off stage, the audience cheers for a bit and gets quiet. Curtains open. Lights kick on, and this mystical music begins to play around the chamber, like a massive brass band out of nowhere begins to blast the front row as she immediately goes into an amazing routine. Her 5 backup dancers like spreading around and all kind of throwing left and right various performing pieces. The choreography is stunning already at the base.
Is she up the stairs or is she?
She's not at the stairs yet. They're just kind of performing around the stage. The areas where they were placed, where like the slick was, they've already been cleaned up by the same stagehands that changed into her backup dancers. And you feel pretty confident that most of the things that are said on the stage don't have any immediate signs of damage.
Interesting.
The staircase that got wheeled out, is it hollow or was it solid?
I mean, it was only moved by 2 people, so it seems like it's likely hollow, but structurally sound enough to take a singular fawn to its top for a finale.
Okay.
The other backup dancers begin to fan out, and you watch as they pull out their own fans. And Mafauna, within her robe, pulls out 2 beautiful gilded fans that immediately burst into flames at the sides. And she begins to fire flame dance as she sings this amazing fire dance with them. Now she steps up the stairs.
I am going to shadow step, and I'm going to bamf out underneath the steps.
Okay. You appear within the hollow steps, like up inside. It's pretty tight, but you're there. And you can hear the...
As I hear her get higher and higher, I'm just going to hit the side of the step.
Make a strength roll for me.
I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna add my last fear, 13 with fear.
13 with fear. Okay. So
I just need a little
You-
jostle.
jostle it, and you hear her as she's in the process of singing out. She's like, "And you won't ever know that." You hear the whole audience in a heavy gasp as you all of a sudden, like the intensity of not knowing if you had just killed her or not hits you.
Phantom retreat.
You take a stress.
Okay, I take another stress.
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
Jesus. That's 2 stress on that, but I'm gonna spend a hope.
Okay, and you gain a hope from that roll.
I'm gonna spend a hope,
The music stops.
and I'm gonna instantly phantom retreat back to the green room.
All right, you appear back at the green room. The rest of you just watched as Sweetpea vanished, and a moment later, the staircase shifts. Mafauna just ass over tea kettle. The dress becomes just a Sonic the Hedgehog spin ball of silk as she like twirls down, hits the ground, skids out a bit, like full on spread eagle on the side, dazed, kind of a little bit of blood trickling down her head, and the backup dancers go, ta-da! There's a couple of claps.
Is she moving?
She gets back up and is like, and gives a big bow.
As she does the bow, I'll go, Mafauna, and I'll cast Timelock as she's bent over.
As being an inanimate object, what do you cast on? She has bracelets on. She has, I will say because she's a little disheveled, you do see the wig line.
Yes.
Even better.
She goes into a bow.
Way worse.
And
She can't come up
stays
from
there.
Oh, that's hilarious. Why is she not getting up?
what is going on? Help me! Help me! She's shouting out at the backup dancers that come over, and they all kind of like try and lift her up.
Oh God.
The audience is like getting up and looking strange over there. So they do pull her free. The wig kind of comes up and is off kilter now at this point. She goes and huffs off stage rapidly, and right as she gets to the edge, a hand stops her, as it's the matron Ardra goes, "Quite the performance, dear. Time for curtain call. Performers, please, to the stage." As everyone scoots out there, it's like all the performance, the two performance troops in Eden all gather, and then a moment later, just this little kind of slightly lagging figure arrives. Thank you all so much for coming to this quite memorable and unexpected display of pratfalls and follies mixed with some fantastic worldly experimental dance routines. The athleticism on display tonight has been quite unforeseen. Anyway, please, Eden, our fantastic grinding Katari, as she gives a big bow, the audience kind of cheers and claps. To Bunnie and the Ménage à trois, audience loudly claps and cheers. And our main performance is from abroad, Mafauna. And Mafauna like gets the wig right, looks out, and the audience is like kind of cheering a little bit. You see people are starting to get up a little bit and kind of grumble.
They cheered for me more. They cheered for me more.
You see the matron walks off stage. Thank you all so much for coming. Good night. As she steps off.
I cast
and
Timelock on Mafauna's foot.
do you? Do it. On her shoe? Oh, she
will not get off the stage.
She looks back.
Does she see you? Oh no.
Well, she sees you moving something on your hand. I am done with this! Looks at her backup dancers. Get them! And you watch the backup dancers all kind of, all right, and then begin to encircle around her, and the audience that was about to leave all of a sudden turned back and begin to get back to their seat. And the 5 backup dancers in Mafauna now squaring off here in center stage.
I didn't dare the hope, and it's true!
My God!
anything at any time. Look at the audience.
You knew we were gonna be.
I knew there was a chance you guys were going to be little shits. As you're rearing up to strike in the chokehold, you go to strike towards her, and she catches you with that look.
Not
like
in the
the
face,
perfect
right?
cheekbones, and you just go wide like, how could I possibly hit?
Not in the face.
Oh, god damn it.
She also weaponizes the male gaze.
Or really any gaze.
Yeah.
Weaponize the game.
She weaponizes the gaze.
I'm gonna go ahead and...
Happy Pride.
Let's see. To a spin, and as they all bring their hands up into a lifted 3-point swirl, you duck down and they all just kind of scrape their knuckles against each other. And ow! Landing. Don't do that.
Once I land there, can I use a shape material? I'm gonna put my hand on the ground,
Okay.
like I'm taking a knee in front of her, and touch the ground. I'll say, mind the trap door, and I will shape material to create a door in the floor right underneath her feet.
That's awesome! Okay. Okay, I will give her a reaction roll to this to try and avoid the trap door. I'll roll this out here in the open because it's fun. That is a 12. What is your spell? I'll say go ahead and roll your own reaction roll. I won't consider this a hope or anything, just to see where it's at.
15.
15. No, she fails.
19 actually. Yeah.
No, yeah, there you go. So she like turns to you. What do you mean? Full in cartoon, like and falls and vanishes below into the ground. I'll go hole in the ground, and you just hear.
Hot steps up, turns back to everyone. Scuuuse.
14.
Misses. Oh, you bitch!
I'm so sorry, dear, but they're demanding another curtain call. Encore, I say! And I'm going to fire with dramatic flair.
That is the dramatic flair.
That
So
is
spend
dramatic
a
flair.
hope, and
He will overtalk everything!
It's so good.
And I'm going to use my
it's
grappler.
my favorite.
3.
I love it. I love it.
It's like an overwritten
my
comic book.
terrapin.
Why are you still talking?
Hold on, I'm just going to finish winding up this toy. When I put it down, just wait.
Everyone in the audience has been watching. Like everyone kind of got up to run and then just kind of stayed to watch. And as this happens, you watch as the matron Adra kind of steps out of the front and goes like, "And I'm so glad you all stayed for our magnificent, unexpected encore performance. A fantastic display from both teams of their own physical aptitude and ability to make you believe in their conflict." She turns back. Get the fuck out of here right now.
Yeah, so they're all stunned. They can't move or act. So let's go.
Great.
You watch as Limon de Cello kind of steps out with a crutch. Goes like, "Oh my God, all of you were incredible out there. Like I was really sad I wasn't on stage, but I am so relieved that I was taken off in respect to allowing you all shine. What a performance."
Hey, real quick, we gotta run. You know, we're really doing something
You're not
else.
staying for the after party?
Well,
No!
no. We're so busy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? We'll break. Maybe later.
Come back.
Oh, it goes pretty late.
Oppy!
We'll see.
Put a pin in it.
You got any dirt on him? You know anything?
Not particularly. I know he's ticklish behind his elbow.
Oh. All right, that's good to know. Okay, I love you so much.
Love you too. Mwah. Mwah.
Have some champagne for me.
Oh, I will.
But as you begin to approach as a team, the first patrolling figure looks over and kind of approaches. And it's not like a heavily armored guard. This looks like an orcish fellow with a leather tunic. It looks like he has kind of a bandolier of daggers and like a chain put to the side. It doesn't look like he's aggressive. He just looks like he's a little rough and tumble, but has a smile as he comes up to approach you. He has this kind of flop of brown hair that looks like Leon Kennedy.
Such a visual.
Do we all still look like beautiful women? Or is that past?
Oh, has it been over an hour since?
Roll a d20 for me, Lauren.
19, baby.
Hell yeah. So it's still going.
German dominatrix club look.
Evening, ladies.
It's Bolo for Mayor.
Can I help you? You're wandering a bit far from the night's festivities at this hour. You been out drinking?
Do you want a little nipper?
Looks over his shoulder.
I mean, if you're offering.
I just so happen to have a flask, I do. And I do.
Takes a sip.
Oh, it's like a slightly smoky port. It's delicious.
Great. Smoky port.
He's like,
I haven't had a sip of something like this since I was, God, 19. Drinking ages are a little younger here in Louisville.
Comes all the way from the Emerald Grove, actually. That's a rare.
That's
a rare import.
appreciate that. Thank you, lass.
Give him a wink.
Do you have anywhere around here that could give us a little privacy?
What are you looking to do?
I don't know. Can we get into the mines?
You don't want to get into the mines, little miss. It's real dangerous in there.
What do you mean? It's just a mine.
I think she's suggesting we just want to get out of the open.
I mean, there's yeah, we can talk. There's a couple of sheds that have been in disuse, just kind of storage spaces. If you wanted to get into a place not quite so out in the elements, just give me about 20 seconds. And he looks as the other patrolman kind of goes around the corner. He's like, "Yeah, all right, come on in."
Being hot is awesome.
We call it pretty privilege.
Oh,
Thing, isn't it?
you don't have to tell me.
Oh, you're all?
We work as a team.
We're all dancers.
All right.
and he's like goes off towards the shed and is like adjusting his collar a bit and like unbuttons the top of the thing a little bit and goes to the door and unlocks it and turns around.
So anyway. You know, it's a hard gig down here at this time of Low Vale. It's a little quiet. It's a little lonely. So it's nice to have a little bit of chatter.
In that pose, I hit him with Timelock.
Which part of him?
Oh yeah, it's not the person.
Bracelet? Does he have
Does he have
a
any
bracelet?
bracelet, gloves?
Oh yeah,
armor
no,
or something?
he's got probably like some metal bracers.
Yeah, if he's
on.
posted up on the wall, and I'll lock something up there, just like.
So what do you? What's
going on?
Well, I'm asking you. Do you want to get inside?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just start walking off.
Lead the way. Quick. Head on in.
What's wrong?
Lead the way.
I follow Kexon.
Wait, where are you going? We're supposed to get in.
Oh, real quick, is there like a foreman's quarters?
Foreman's over there.
He's gonna start.
Okay, great.
He's gonna try and pull free. As you concentrate, he goes. Gah!
What happened?
I don't know. I must have put my hand on something sticky. That sequence catches you off guard, and as he goes, "All right, well, wherever you're going, well, I guess if you don't want to go in there, I'll find another one." He kind of continues along with you, and you're like, "Oh shit!" You take a stress.
Okay.
How about
This feller.
you go in there and you just get ready for us? Because we've got a show for you. Just take it all off, and then we're going to come in. Just tell us when you're ready.
Oh, not even having a conversation.
No.
It's extremely forward. I don't normally do this kind of thing. This is
Lucky day.
And under his breath, he's like, "I never thought it would happen to me."
Yeah, all right, let me,
Boy confession. Never thought of
ladies, yeah, just a moment. Let me go set the mood. It's not very romantic in there, so let me just give me like a couple minutes to clean up. And he goes like a quick jog back to the room and like opens the door and closes it behind him carefully. And you immediately hear door locks in with time lock. You hear like rummaging inside and like moving things around as it's like.
I'll do runic lock instead of Timelock because that's harder to open.
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay.
Runic lock on the door. It locks in.
And then we just go.
And then
All right.
I was ready to seduce him. Oh well.
Describe to me how your light operates.
The shell on my back opens up for the wings that are underneath.
Yeah.
And they start to. And they kind of like glow bug.
Oh,
So it kind of
cool.
like hits a splash of light on the
That's
floor.
so cute.
What color's the light?
It's slightly yellowish green.
All right. There are multiple tunners. There are multiple tunners. Multiple tunnels that begin to divide and snake off in different directions. And
Ooh, who wears armor plating?
I mean,
Not I.
can. What does it what does it do?
Is that, do you do Kexon?
There you go, turtle. Become Shredder.
Let's see. Wow. Base armor's for 6.
Me and I am one.
I will take it.
Babies!
All right.
Do I?
what a conundrum. And Shredder became the turtle.
We am become Shredder.
You either die a turtle or live long enough to become a
Shredder.
I'm trying to do math, you asshole. Carry on.
As you all kind of enter and begin looking around the chamber, you point out that abscess as you kind of glance to see any sign of a creature. As you look up, you look to see something shift above, and that blue glow begins to emanate as the slumbering entity becomes aware of your presence and slams into the ground, separating you into two separate groups in the center of the chamber. Oh no. As you see it kind of slams onto the floor, its heavy, multi-ton weight hitting the ground, the multiple long necks emerge as what looks to be some sort of heavily mutated dust skink that has these long heads, 4 in total, that all kind of rear up. Let me go ahead and get the other one.
Be like, just like Sir Dante said, it's time for an encore. And I'm gonna give a rally die.
I did say that, didn't I?
You did say that, but you said it in a much longer way.
Maddie, would you put my monkey by the bug?
Here.
Thanks, yeah.
You got
4, so wait, that's
Did you say daddy?
12,
Maddie.
14,
Maddie.
15, 16.
16 hits.
Hits,
My
okay.
favorite bug.
Go ahead and roll damage. And if you want to roll for an attack as well, since you guys are kind of heads,
Run away, you bitch!
that's going to be
That was a surprise.
give me 3 attacks on you.
Oh, no!
We're good.
That's insane.
4, 5. This is rad.
6.
We're inspiring.
57
Plus 25.
for me, plus 25.
That's 82.
57
That doubled
to
it.
77 to 82, yeah.
That doubles us. That's 4 hit points.
So I grab Dante by the waist, and he's got his blade in his hand, and I just pick him up, and he's my sword.
Holy shit.
You wield Sir Dante, who is wielding his own weapon. That is fantastic. With a stab and a cut through. It's a double cleave into this entity. And one of its heads just goes flying and vanishes into the back of the chamber. One of the heads burned off, only has 2 heads at the moment. It's gonna activate both those heads, and it's coming for you again. It's
In the corner?
yep.
Move with the Hydra, it is
Yep.
Yeah.
22?
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
That's so high.
20 points of physical damage.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
my god.
Oh no.
And the next hit
Last 2 hit
Forward
points.
is
going to be
Yeah, I feel like this is Chetney just like a.
18
Hits.
for
He's trying to kill your ass.
23 points of physical damage. Now, well, here's the thing. Now we come to a death move.
Okay.
You have 3 choices here. You can either Blaze of Glory, where you get to immediately take an action that's an auto-critical success, but Kexon is dead. Or you could avoid death and face consequences. You just turn unconscious until you are healed, and then you roll a fear die to see if you perhaps lose a permanent hope slot, but you're out of the fight until healed. Or you could risk it all and just roll your duality dice. If the hope is higher, you stay on your feet, you clear hit points and stress equal to the number that you rolled. And if a crit is rolled, you stay on your feet and clear all of it. Or if your fear is higher, you die immediately. What do you want to do here?
The last one.
Risk it all.
My spells don't do anything powerful enough that a crit would really make it exciting. Just the ones that I have selected aren't there. So 2d12, my duality dice.
You just roll them and tell me which one's higher.
How does it work again? You just have to...
It's just rollies against yourself.
Fear he dies, hope he gets up.
Ta.
Oh my god.
It's a 12 with hope. An 11 and a 1.
So Kexon stays up, and because you rolled a 12 on the hope die, you clear 12 hit points and stress.
Whoa! 12 hit points and stress?
It's you stay on your feet and you clear HP and or stress equal to the number rolled. So you can you have 12 points you can distribute to heal between the stress and your hit points.
Great. I will get rid of all these hit points.
Whoa, you're like
pretty now.
So Travis.
Yes.
Or Kexon. Describe to me how you get knocked to the edge of death, pull yourself free, and come back stronger than you were. The snapping jaws lift you up and slam you into the ground. The second one grabs, and as they both bite into your shoulder, you hear something crack, and the darkness begins to tunnel vision your expression. In that moment, what do you see? What do you think?
I hear my family's voice in my head saying, "Be the one, make a name for the family," and I go. I fly forward with my pincers, and they jam into the beast's belly. And for some reason, I start sucking life out of the beast, invigorated. my wings with a new bright light.
You strike the crystal, and it cracks a little bit, and you feel something twitch within, trying to recoil. And in that moment, you push with all your might, and you divide the crystal as it cracks in the center. The abscess itself, like bleeding out black ichor, as you jam your blade into it, you feel it kind of shudder, and then begin to just liquefy and pour out the sides of the broken crystal. The abscess destroyed.
Yes!
I have nothing witty to say. This is just disgusting. This is just disgusting. You're disgusting.
The Hydra begins to screech and roil. How do you want to do this?
Well, all I'm doing is sending you on your way. You tell me how it gets fucked up. Fuck it up to the tempo, girl!
The two heads that are still functional turn back to try and snap at you with the air. What do you do?
So yeah, I have my two fans, and you know that moment with Trinity in the Matrix where she's like flying through the window and she like and she kind of turns. Yes. It's like that. Like corkscrew. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like wait, why did you do that?
It didn't end and it doesn't now.
No, and the blade's kind of like bore like a really wide drool. Yes, it just goes like through it.
With the seep abscess destroyed, the actual form of the Hydra is quite unstable, and as you impact it seems to bend and rip, and you just kind of tear through, and you feel many things moving around you as you pull and emerge the other side, kind of landing, catching yourself blade out.
Yes.
What little bit of blood there is, you kind of scatter off, immaculate, untouched by the gore within.
Gorgeous.
As the body kind of collapses onto the ground. As it does, you watch the body tear apart, and hundreds of dust skinks emerge from the inside and just scatter. Frightened.
They were cute. They're not cute anymore.
No.
I don't like it.
You freed them.
Do you hear a little like beep beep?
It's like
Which, by the way, as you guys emerge from the cave, like talking about this, the door, he's like,
oh, I don't know how I locked myself in there.
oh.
Just
Who are
in
you?
his
I'm so
briefs.
sorry. Can I help you?
Just in his briefs, ready for action.
Oh yeah, no, he's
Nakers.
naked.
Have a good night.
Hello?
Yeah, because
Where's the girls?
Oh,
They were waiting for you
yeah, they got tired.
as long as they could.
They left.
They couldn't get back in. It was it was locked.
But instead I found these friends.
Hello.
And we took care of your seat problem.
You were seeping.
We
We
had
killed a
wild
big
time.
thing.
That's fine, whatever. Like, oh.
You missed it. That's the worst. My cell phone died.
I
Oh.
Oh man. All right, well, have a good night. And he like walks in and closes the door behind him, not even realizing that he doesn't know who you are. Doesn't know how you got in here.
Come on over. My friends are coming over. Where are you? Okay, we're going to sleep.
Nobody go in that shit.
Last thing you hear is, "They're never gonna believe me." As the door closes. That will end that here tonight for this Ménage and trois, the menagerie, as part of this Daggerheart open beta. Thank you so much for hanging with us. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Great job, man.
That was chaos. That was so much fun.
That was so much fun.
I never thought this would happen to me. Yeah. And I was right.
Yeah.